Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second last video on Tokyo Ghoul Re-Invoke. The game officially closes tonight at 1 AM, and you know me, I'm starting to feel it. It takes a little while, and it's the realization when it first happens, and then slowly every day it gets closer and closer to the actual finale. Tonight, we are less than 24 hours away from the game officially closing entirely. And tonight we'll be doing an official stream from 7 PM to 1 AM to wrap up this game and just kind of celebrate what it does have available for the moment. So hopefully you guys will join me for that tonight. I will be on twitch.tv/LeaIsChill. We'll be doing a stream from that time all the way until the end and wrapping on up. Now that stream will feature us doing the rest of the story and stuff like that, but for right now I want to do an official showcase of the last of what my box has gotten to be available, as well as pop my last tickets I have available here on the game. I wanted to use my last 20 tickets here on the high say, see if we get lucky with it. It's not really a huge deal if we don't, but this will be the final showcase of my box afterwards, and this will be kind of a time capsule almost of what I have right now. Naturally tonight we'll be selling off all the different stuff I have and kind of getting rid of it. That'll be later. This is a CCG though. I don't know if Ghoul Heisei counts as a CCG or a Ghoul, but that's a Takeyomi. That's okay. That's definitely not what I was looking for. And finally, our last summon on the game here is going to be a complete dud. Sounds about right. Alrighty. In that case, let's go ahead and get to my box and we'll do an official showcase of everyone I have available, as well as everyone I've gotten in the progress of the game. Now you can see here, I have all the Kanakeys from the beginning and everyone down here. Actually, I kind of feel like showing off the box from this tab, because it does show off a little bit better, kind of how I went through things. Because it also shows the 100% and stuff like that. So we're going to go through every character one by one and kind of show off what I've done with them. So here we have the free Arima, as well as the final Kaneki, the final Furuta, and the half Katakana Key here as well. Every one of these characters that came out recently that was like at the end of the game that was grindable, I tried to max out immediately within the first couple of days. And they're all super fun to use. I'm super glad we actually got the chance to get these characters in general, because when they announced the end of the game, it really did feel like we didn't really get many places when it came to things. The game kind of just rushed through a lot of the content toward the later parts of Season 2. Like, since 2nd anniversary up until now, we've basically gotten the entirety of what Re-Season 2 had available inside the characters. We got the Amon Dojima, we got the Tatara Half Kakuja, we got the final Kaneki and final Furuta. And all of them are super cool and super stylish. Like this Amon Dojima, I didn't get the chance to pull for him, but I did get a copy of him later on, I believe inside tickets, and he's super fun to use. Super cool as well. He's honestly like one of the most stylish characters in the game. He also has the quote about loving his dad, which I respect a lot. We also got the half Kuja Tatara here, or full Kikuchiyo Tatara here at the end, which was super cool. He talks about wanting to go and do the Hoj. Got him to 100% as well. So at the end of the game, I managed to get Amon Dojima, half Kikuchiyo, or the full Kikuchiyo Tatara, half Kuja Takizawa, which is also super cool, all up to 100% already, and they're all like the defense debuffers. They're all super fun to use and super cool. It's weird because like his model actually looks better inside this form than he looks inside Call to Exist, but that's just how it goes. I think there's like a weird compression all the different models inside that game. Yeah, he was one of the characters I was super excited to pull for because he was super cool when he first dropped. We also have here, I got 2 extra copies of her. I didn't get the chance to ever use her officially, but I did get her like skill portrait. She's cool. I like her little twin tails. I respect it. You go, Grave Robber. Hell of a name you got there. I didn't show off this like half Kukuja version of Uta. He's super cool as well. You can also like, is this the one you can go into his back? No, it isn't. It's Furuta, but he's cool. I like it. And generally a lot of my box just kind of filled out like that as well. So like, there's also the free Kori Ui we got, which is super cool. I didn't max him out fully, unfortunately, because I didn't have the tickets for it. Maxed out this Hairu at 100%. Got her off the tickets recently, and she's super good. She's honestly one of the best like characters that's been released so far, and super fun to use. got our Kikuchiyo Furuta, of which I actually haven't checked out the reaction for just yet. He's actually so expressive. It's really cool how... Oh, it's so weird. Oh, it's so strange how they like lick him. I find it so... Oh. He's the only character that like interacts with his actual like Kagune, and then also has an expression towards it. It's super cool. We have our Arata Juzo, who also looks better than Recall to Exist, which is kind of weird, but it's kind of rad also. And he's super stylish too. He has his little wigglies. You know, I feel like in the middle of combat, these little wigglies, which I imagine are probably made of flesh or something, probably not great for like getting into a fight. Someone could grab those and pull them. No matter how much like thunder you toss out, you're still gonna be susceptible. But I maxed him out as well. Once again, one of the best characters in the game. The break bonus is super cool, super strong character, and he does hit really hard as well. So it's super cool that I got him. We have Corona here, of which was in the same batch as the Arata Juzo. I think that she was released like in her own banner, but she was in like the same batch, per se. And I'm sad Corona never actually got the like fart tummy Nashiro on it. You can see here, her Kagune is also broken. She's cool. I like it. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and pop to the next one. Didn't get a chance to max her out at all, but that's how it goes. We have Matsumai here, of which is 20% already, because I got a copy of her. One of the more lax units that's coming out so far. But she bows very officially. And remember when she first dropped, I was like, we got a fest version of her, but didn't get a version of like an actual Eto? That's so weird, but okay. But it's cool in retrospect. So we also have Ginkui Urie here, which is at 40%, and he's super strong. Does he have a reaction actually? I don't remember seeing it. Oh yeah, wow. He gets all wiggly. You can't beat me. Can I zoom out at all? It's kind of hard inside like the version I do for this. Can I like... No, I can't. Damn. Oh, I'm losing him. Yo. There's something about like having to do a character's undercut in a game like this and actually making it look pretty good. That's kind of respectful, honestly. A lot of the time when you have to like animate an undercut, it looks so bad. They did a good job here. Also, they added veins to Noro. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel uncomfortable. But here we have the anniversary units in the Anniversary Arima and the Anniversary Kaneki. Both of them still have this skill that was new, that was like guaranteed skill immediately as you start the battle, which was super, super strong. And they're one of the only animated arts in the game that ever came out. Basically, they have two different forms here, and you can see, can I actually, yeah. You can see here, it looks so cool. I wish we could have actually gotten this version of the art out of the game to have like the animations on them. The weird thing is that this is the only, like these two characters, this Arima and that Kaneki, are the only two characters that ever actually had like an animation on them. Every other unit aside from Anniversary Kaneki and Arima released without having one of them. But he's still one of the coolest units in the game. And he has this owl right here. It looks very like dull, weirdly enough. But all that time wasted on you was worthless. Just weird. You can see here we also have the Unawakened model. He's super cool. I also like how all the Ixas have like little spiral in the middle. It's such like a simple thing, but whenever you see that and you see how the spike like has that curl in the middle, you imagine like Kaneki's head and you're like, ugh, oh, I hate that. Oh dear. But he was super strong. I got him up to 100% like within the first couple of days. The only one I didn't get maxed out immediately was this Anniversary Kaneki, but he was still super good. He was actually better awakened. So you can see here, this is the awakened form, and he had like the chicken legs and everything. Super cool. One of the only versions of Kaneki that actually adapted the chicken legs. Every other version, including Call to Exist, and the anime, all adapted him to have like normal ass legs, which is super lame. Listen, this man is half a chicken. I believe in him. He's very strong. I trust the chicken man. But I will protect, he says. Then we can swap here. Weirdly enough, this version has his reaction in his unawakened form. You can see here, he does his own chicken thing. His little chicken wigglies are doing pretty well. I love him. He's a good dude. They actually made these models really, really interesting and made them very... like, they put a lot of genuine effort into, like, making these characters here. You can tell how much love was put into these. I think that a lot of the time, there's a very weird split down the middle where the game... some of the units were kind of lax and not really too crazy, but other ones have so much genuine effort put into them, like the Sarada Juzo, like the Takizawa, like the Tatara, like the anniversary units. You can tell that someone on the team was having a genuine amount of fun with it. There's also dispatch units, obviously, that have like super cool art, and like, you can tell someone loved you. Someone loved making this art right here. But we'll go through the dispatches soon as well. It's gonna be a longer video today, but it's just gonna be me trying to wrap up like everything we have here. We have Psycho Centipede, of which is quite cool. We can check out her model here as well. She's just here. She's very lax. And then she transforms into being the little sit. Listen, this is the power. You can tell Psycho just from this frame right here is a DDD main. And I respect it, you know? I think that she'd be great with her Gordos. The side B's quite strong. She can swallow those side B's and shoot them out with her mouth. I respect it, you know? She's quite strong. Honestly, she's one of those greens that was kind of forgotten along the way, but she's one of the ones that has like the most effort put into them in terms of like awakening and stuff like that, because she's very unique in that way. She's also one of the only like 2-turn awakenings, which is quite weird, but I will absolutely take it. We have Kanai here, of which I would love to do... Can I check out the other version? Thank you, the 3D model. She's just here. She's just chilling. Another premium unit here, but she's one of the cooler ones that released inside the game. You have the Urie birthday, of which he's celebrating his best time. It's weird, because, like, this pose... So, not this reaction here, obviously. I will get a promotion alone, he says, and then cracks his neck. But you can see here, this pose is so uncharacteristic of Urie. It's like he's on a runway, and I respect it. He's posing, he's saluting out to the side, he's ready to get that promotion. He's rocking. They released these characters as like birthday versions. There was a Mutsuki, a Shirazu, an Urie, and a Psycho. I only ever got the chance to get the Psycho and the Urie. I also got the birthday Shirazu in the other version of my account. And he's cool, but this is kind of what we got here. Birthday Psycho is also quite cool. One of the most basic characters, because she came out right after the game got renewed. She came out just after Shirazu did. And like, alongside him, they were pretty much like the best reds for a little while. Here we have Kuja Ito, of which super hype banner when it first dropped as well. When they first dropped Kuja Ito, we were all super hyped about it, because like, she dropped very suddenly in the middle of the day, and then we were just like, holy shit, that's rad! And her model was one of the biggest in the game so far. Her buff was like 4.25 times attack, which was crazy. She was literally the character that shifted so much of the meta, and she came out right before the anniversary Arima, so she was the only character that was like this. It was super cool. She's so detailed. This version of the Edge never even made it into like Call to Exist. So this is the only version of her actual 3D model we'll see inside a game like this. With like the horn form for a long while. She's super cool. I like how the chin has like a scorpion shape almost, and they did a really good job with it. It's so nice, man. I'm gonna miss this game. It's genuinely like, I put so much work. I also maxed her out when she first came out. I put so much work in like grinding this up and getting this all done. Here we have Black Reaper, another 100% unit I got when he first dropped. He was the meta shifter because he had a double killer for light and dark while being neutral because he was blue. So like, that was the main hype around it. He was like, he was the first unit that was power scaled. He had the crit rate, he had the break bonus, he had the extra AP +6, and he had the killers, and one of the coolest starts in the game at that time. with Yukimura and stuff like that. I wish he had like the Kagune, honestly. But here he is. He looks so sad, and he's like looking off to the side. He's like just kind of disappointed. He adjusts his tie. Then he poses and he does like his little yikes pose. Yeah. He also has the line, please exterminate them, of which is from the manga only. So clearly someone dipped in the manga to actually be able to adapt it. Here we have Light Tsukiyama, of which I pulled very recently. Didn't get a chance to use him at all, and fortunately I'm not really going to. But he definitely has... It's weird, because I didn't notice until recently, like, the red outline around characters on top of their background art. I quite like it. It's a very cool style to things. He looks super weird, though. He's, like, very pale and strange. Don't worry, this Tsukiyama just has jaundice. It's alright. He poses. God, look at that leg. He's made to be a model. There's so much effort put into it. There's so many, like, cool expressions here as well. Is that all you have, though? Just, like, the pose with, like, the sweeping back of the hair? Yeah, that's about it. Cool, though. This is good stuff. We're starting to get to, like, the earlier units now. So here we have the Hairu. One of the characters that dropped right after Black Reaper released, and we called her, like, a mini Black Reaper. She's a red character with a guard, and then a killer to dark, to light, and then to green. So she's made to be a very focused, yet somehow split in a weird way character, and she never really made it into my personal history books. Never really got the chance to use her any kind of effectively. But she's cool. I like the like Queen K a lot. It seems like since she didn't make it into Call to Exist, this is the only version of her we'll get inside a game like this until we get another like re-game. So she does her own thing. I remember when she first dropped, everyone was like, we gotta pull for the waifu. Then she was never used again by anybody as far as I know. Just like, she wasn't this character that many people use, and if they did, I definitely didn't talk to them. But it's cool, it's interesting. Another premium unit here in the Misa. The only playable Misa to ever come out of any Tokyo Ghoul game ever. And she got whatever justice she needed. And then she got dicked down by Naki 700 times after the story ended, so she's having a good day. She's doing all right. Here we have LeaIsChill, of which, interestingly enough, is one of the worst festival units to ever come out inside Tokyo Ghoul Re-Invoke. And yet, somehow, still manages to make it in one of my favorite, like, arts in the game so far. Just because the way it's styled and everything, this character came out right after Renewal happened. I believe it was just after Shirazu. And it's super cool looking. I like it reminds me a lot of like, it's Cosmo Akira, man. I like the Cosmos units a lot and like their style. Here we can see if we go to the reaction. Does she actually have the armor on? She doesn't. She's inside like the pencil skirt, but she's doing her own thing. Look at her little wiggly Fueguchi. Hell yeah, she's whipping it. Where is she looking? She's like afraid of someone over there. You doing all right, Akira? Oh no, she's scowling at someone over there. Good stuff. But yeah, I didn't really get the chance to use her. She's really bad as a character, but she's super cool. I like the armor underneath. I wish they kind of kept that for the actual unit. Because you can see she has like the chest pad from the auction arc on, and yet her coat is open. I think that would have been cool for the model. We have Nutcracker, of which horrifies me. They even modeled her braces inside the game, despite the fact you rarely ever see it. They put a lot of effort into this. Someone on the team is so fucking into leather, and I respect it, and I'm horrified by it, and they have some angles, man. They have some very interesting... That butt looks awful. They have some very interesting angles. And her little wiggly looks like a penis. I respect it, you know? She's basically a mini Centipede when she first dropped, like Centipede Kaneki. And she was really, really good for that. She did a really good job, but never really got the chance to use her officially either, just because she sat there and didn't really do too much. We have the Kiya Ito, of which is just chest pad and going at it. I didn't get the chance to actually pull the green Ayato with the actual Kagune, so this is the best I have for him. Still super cool though. He did a really good job at like getting 100 million damage on blue raids before I had like a good blue team. So I ended up getting the chance to make some memories with him. Here we have half Katakana Key. I wanted to max him out at one point with stimulants, but then anniversary hit, and then I had to use stimulants on every single character that released after that. So I didn't get the chance to actually max him out. He only got to 40% in total off of the dupes I got, but he's still super cool. This was the first gacha unit that ever came to the game when it first dropped. And it is so cool looking. You can see like the centipedes. Every one of them, if you follow them, has their own direction they go in. So like the one coming out the back on the right side goes around to the top and around to the forward. The one in the back you can see goes around and all the way down to the bottom. So it's all made with a lot of like spatial awareness intact, which I like a lot. I don't know, it's weird because there's a lot of other Tokyo Ghoul games, such as Dark War, that don't know how to do that kind of thing and will just have items coming out of random places. I'm just kind of like, okay, sure. But here, Invoke did a great job with it. And he's so cool. If I'm too weak, everyone will be killed, he yells. And like, they put so much detail and work into every bit of the model and like the wigglies in different directions, stuff like that. It's so cool. I'm sad I'm never gonna get the chance to use him again after today. Cause like, he's one of those characters I always came back to. He's just super stylish and cool looking, and like they did a great job with the actual visuals and stuff like that. Honestly, there's so much care put into so much here. I got a copy of the Festival Hinami very recently on the last tickets. Didn't get the chance to use her at all, but she was a paralysis synergy that was quite cool when she first dropped. A lot I can say about her, honestly. She's one of the coolest skill animations in the game so far, so like I do respect that quite a bit. And here, she never actually got added to Call to Exist, despite the fact they put so much effort into her actual Kagune here. Like, they put little injury marks all over, and they all have their own directions they go in, and their own wiggly animations. This model looks absolutely incredible. I'm so sad she didn't actually get the chance to go and be playable into Call to Exist. I will protect this person, even if it's not actually my bro. I respect it. You go, Hiname. You know, I like her arc a lot. She's quite cool. We have Takayomi, one of the lamest men who actually gets a girl by the end of the series. He's just here. He's Kuro Iwa's grandson, and he gets married to a bread girl. That's about it. That's all I got for him. Kanai. So this character was one of the most unique characters in the game that was released. She has anti-damage to red, dark, and light, which is interesting, and a plus HP. Not the important part though. Her actual skill here basically would give you 50% skill charge. This seemed like the biggest possible thing going into this game because of the fact that this is literally the only ability in the game that was ever released to give skill charge. They never did anything with this, and it had the ability to do an infinite combo with Kiya and Koma, which is 2 units that give plus 4 AP per skill. But unfortunately, I only have the 100% Kiya. Didn't get the chance to get Koma at all, so I ended up missing that. But she was super cool. Definitely one of the most unique units in the game. Wish we got more to do with skill charge. Wish we got more to do with like different mechanics like this, but unfortunately, we got very basic like defense debuffers toward the end of the game, unfortunately. Though Kanai was a war reward and is quite cool. I like them. They stand like every other trans man I've ever known, with like their hips forward and like completely going for it. I respect it, you know? Gotta thrust forward, gotta do your own thing. Hell yeah. We have a Take Hirako here, of which I don't know why he's like faded out on the left side for some reason. Didn't end up maxing him out, weirdly enough, but he's still here. He's ready to swing. He has his own lab coat, and he's definitely villager number 1. That's about it. That's all he's got for him. You know what? That's all he needs. Here we have Dollhouse Juzo. This character dropped right after Black Reaper, I believe, right in the auction arc. And was very, very interesting. They were an attack debuffer, had another crit trait, had a complete killer toward everyone who would be blue, as well as a ghoul. So they basically made to go and destroy that. And one of the coolest, like, this art is made with a rose, which is one of the only characters that has that. And it's so stylish. It's so weird because they also have like the prosthetic leg, and the framing is super, super strange, but I kind of love it. It's so unbelievably weird, and it's the best. Here we also have the model, of which is very detailed, very... Someone put a lot of love into this, and I have a feeling if you could look below, they would have polka dot panties, and I respect it, you know? That's you over at Tokyo Ghoul Re-Invoke. You do your own thing, and it's a hell of a thing. You also have the line, hello there, mama, which is a whole heck of a thing. I like it though. They put a lot of effort into doing this model here, and you can see they even added like a little choker bell and suspenders and stuff like that. It's cool. They did a good job. One of the characters that like made a big splash when they first released as well. Here we have a premium Naki. Hey there. How you doing today? You chilling well? You doing a good job? Yeah, that's about it. That's all you got. You're just kind of standing here and you're all like, yeah. That's it. We have Feshirazu. So this character was one of my most hyped units in the entirety of the game. I don't think I was super, super keen on Shirazu's character when I first got him, but when I reread the manga, I loved him. I loved everything about him. I love the fact that he has this line where he says, so someone asks him how it feels to summon your Kagune. And he describes it as if he's taking a poop, a really big poop out of his back. The idea that he is shooting out his stool at enemies and making it blow up is hilarious to me. And he also has a space-based background, which also, if you know me, one of my favorite characters, all the characters I love are the ones with like cosmos backgrounds. But he's cool. They did a good job with him. He has like a break bonus at level 10, so he was made to be great. And he's ready to steal some stuff. I wish we got like a final Shirazu. There's a version of him where he has the haircut, but he also has a different Kagune on his back that he actually haven't like called to exist already, that he could have used to like be a character. Unfortunately, we didn't get it. Would have been a cool unit to actually get by the end. But he's cool. They put a lot of effort into his actual model, and like every single one of the bullets he shoots are all modeled as well. And he also just has Premium Shirazu's thing here as well. I like how you can see when you click it, the model resets the tie. You can tell it's the same model because the tie resets to both sides. You can tell it's just him awakening. It like has a little bit of physics to it. It's cool. We have the Rejuzo, of which once again, all the Juzos got a lot of love. They look really good. Like with the suspenders and the slippers and like every part of it. Did a good job. They also put really genuine details into like the different parts of the face. There's like a little, I can't zoom in right now, but there's like a little thing by the lip, of which is 2 little marks, and they also have the hair clip there. This is good stuff. We're gonna try and shotgun through a bit more of these just because it's gonna be faster. The only reason why I'm showing all this is because I want to make sure people can see what this game was all about when it first was around, you know? This will be the last video, or second last video I ever put up on the game. So I want to make sure I show off everything I have available. Orochi was okay. I did 300 gems to get Orochi at one point, and I didn't even max him out by the end of the game either. He's like okay, he's like serviceable. The real hype was around Ghoul Heisei. And Ghoul Heisei, despite the fact that he was not the strongest unit in the game at all, he's weird because he's dark, but he's a killer for red, blue, and green. He's like a weird split. And also he has a crit rate ability. Very strange unit, and never really got the chance to be the best in the world. The other Heisei is far, far better as the best green. But even so, his model is so cool. He's like the character I rerolled for first. He was also my first 100% character I ever had inside the game. Just cause I loved the way his model looked. I loved every bit of the animations, and also like he has like the shoulder cracks as well. There's inside the anime, there's like a weird frame where Kaneki or Heisei, he cracks his arm like that and does that, but he has like a third hand that's around his other elbow. It's super weird. But he's so cool, and I'm glad I got the chance to actually max him out. I think you'd be better off not knowing me. Crack, he does. He's so cool. I'm glad I got the chance to actually pull for him and play this game and kind of have fun with it while it was available. Cause look at these pants. Look at that dude. What a champion. What an absolute hero. I love Heisei. He's a cool dude. I'm glad I got the chance to actually max him out as well. Here we have the War Toka. She's just running her cafe. You know her. She's doing her best. Kind of want to swap up like the backgrounds. Thing is, I don't want them to be in like a really weird, dark place. This is always reset. We'll just have them into the torture room. Sure. You know what? You got lost somewhere. You ended up in like Yukimura's torture room. It's kind of fucked up. Oh, so this is the Festival Rize. One of the cooler arts in the game. No, this isn't the one that makes the heart, I don't believe. There's one that makes a heart behind her, but she is quite cool. She came out right after the Katakana Key Centipede came out, and she's just kinda, she's cool. She's a festival unit. And she also, I don't even know what her quote is. She just kind of stands here. I like her slippers. Do her slippers have little bows on them that stand up in front of them? That's so weird. Huh. That's cool though. I respect you. You know, you do your best. You can be put in Yukimura's torture room. Does she lick her hand? That wasn't even like a sexy lick. There was no tongue. It was just kind of like, Really? Why, you weirdo? God damn it. You go, Rize. You do your best. We're not even close to the bottom here. We have so many more units to do. Here, I'm just going to do the standout highlights from here on out. So naturally we had like this Kaneki here. This was a War Award when it first came out, and like, he's quite cool. I didn't get the chance to ever use the blue wounded Kaneki, so this is the best version I have of him with like the handcuffs around the feet. But he's super cool. They did a lot of like genuine, there's so much effort put into this. You can see like the toes are ripped off. You can see like there's the handcuffs around the legs and the arms. There's the tattered shorts. They did a great job with that. We have Mutsuki, Psycho, Motto Punch, of which is just gonna deck you in the stomach. Here's a War Award as well. I didn't really like playing as her. Just kind of bad, but it was fun to grind. Here we have 100% Kiya, of which is basically, she's the character that was made for AP buffing. She has a +4 AP skill here that also increases your dodge rate. She's good for the Kanai build, but aside from that, didn't really do anything too serviceable. Just kind of very basic. I like her art a lot because she has like the wolf coming, or the black dog coming out to the side as well. And her actual model is super cool as well. It's just, they did a great job here. Die for me, she says as she spins in a circle, doing a little pirouette. Yeah. There she is. And she flips her hair. That's cool. Yeah, she is one of the only Kiyas that's ever been adapted in any version of this game ever, or any Tokyo Ghoul game, so it's cool. I appreciate it. There's also the Dark War one, but like, meh. Here's the OG Renewal Heisei, of which was given out to everybody when it first came out. I maxed him out very, very early on, and he's one of the best attack buffers in the game for a long period of time, but naturally, over time, he was replaced by different characters. He was super cool, though. We have a Urye, a Shirazu, and a Yamori here. I kind of want to show off the Urye because there's not really many. Can I click it properly? Thank you. There's not really many Uryes out there, so I just want to see this. He's just kind of sad. There he goes. He's a very angsty boy. We have the half Kujiyamori, which was very pre-renewal. So like, he's a very basic character, but his model kind of looks weird. There he is. He's ready to eat. He's gonna do his best. Going a little bit further, we have a Festival Toka. I'm just gonna skip over some characters that are kind of useless. But we have a Festival Toka here, of which is ready to run for 4 straight episodes and go and find out that her cafe is burning down. She literally, dude, they made this character and they literally put, please click. They literally put the burning ashes of Anteku around her, as well as having the snow. It's kind of fucked. It's genuinely kind of messed up. But you know what? It works out, and here she is. She's cute. She has, like, her cool winter jacket, and she has the reaction of her just kind of giggling. This is good stuff. She fixes her hair because she's going to give a little bit of a Valentine. Too bad everything burned down was awful, huh? Yeah, that's fair. We have the Festival Kaneki, of which is one of the lamest characters in the game. One of the very, very early festival characters. And he looks so basic. He won't forgive you, he says, as he kind of just looks a little bit angry. That's about it. Super basic dude, but he does his best. We have a Aogiri Toka here, which I want to show off, because she's cool. Just a genuinely cool model. They did a great job with her actual Kagunes and every single one of her characters. They look so interesting. I wish it was more thick. Wish it had like an extra little bit of like thickness to it, so it wasn't just like a paper sheet on her back, but it's still quite cool. Moving on, we have an Akira here, of which is another festival character. Very basic bleed character here. Begin the operation, she says, as she just kind of squares up her things here. We have an Ayato, we have a Shachi. Shachi's quite cool. He didn't really get any characters in anything, and he has such small arms. Look at him. He's so weird. His build is so uncomfortable to look at. Oh, his back is all gross and wiggly too. Look at this dude. He looks like that guy who goes, Mom says it's my turn on the Xbox. Ugh. You know what, Shachi? You do your best. We have an Eto here, of which is one of the best paralysis bleed characters in the game. Guaranteed paralysis and bleed on a character. And also just like the most goofy, like, see, there's no better way that I can put it for an Eto than just a genuine, I think troll is the word that comes to mind. She's such a goofball and will just do shit for the sake of it, and I love it. Her design is super cool. They got her scarf really well done. I don't know if it's slippers or if that's just like shadows on her feet. That's kind of weird. But here she is. The only character in the game of which is completely like covered up like this, but I love it. It's cool. We have Festival Amon. We're finally getting to the end here. Festival Amon, which is super cool. He's just here. He is an awakening unit, so like the weird thing is they don't even show his awakening here. He just kind of squares up. God, it's like a Captain Underpants book. What'd you say about my... Wait. One sec. Sorry, what'd you say about my dad? What'd you say about my dad? He says as he prepares to square up at like motto. There we go. But yeah, Fest Amon, one of the best characters in the game. He was one of the best green DPSs since renewal dropped until this day. He's still crazy and super fun to use. Here we have Festival Juzo with his Juzo's Jason and his slippers. I don't know. So underneath his pants, does he have like long johns on? Is that what that yellow is? It's super weird. But here... Let's do it. Let's do the thing. And there you go. Juzo was super fun. And that's one of the like alright characters. Wasn't really great, but it was serviceable. It was usable. Here we have a gun Juzo, of which is made to gun down everybody. good evening, he says as he prepares to just shoot everybody with his actual gun. It's so weird. Oh, I love it. All right, next up, we have this Kaneki here. One of the first characters ever dropped inside the game, but even so, he's super cool looking. You can see here, the only difference is the actual Kagune, so very basic, but still works out quite well. We have an Arima here, which is the Arima Narukami. This character was one of the highest DPS units that ever came out inside the game when it first dropped. You can see he actually is quite weird because he has his string from when he's getting down from the building inside his art, but they just kind of keep it. It's from Rude, but he's super cool. He wasn't really a durability breaker, but he was one of this big DPS paralysis units that was very rare early on. Iko, he says. His actual unawakened form is just the version without the actual blade. Interesting. Hey, Arima. Do you prefer Shadow of the Colossus or... Yeah, I figured. It's your kind of game. I respect it. Protect a princess, do pretty well. It's like Princess Hayase. Here we have the Arima Ixa. He was okay. He has like a weird scarring behind him, which is quite strange, but I kind of like it. And he was very basic. He was very like basic DPS unit that just kind of did his big pokes. He has a cool collar though. He has one of the cooler, or one of the higher attack stats in the game, and one of the cooler like poses, but that's about it. We have a Noro, which was okay. I'm not really gonna show that off. And finally, the last one I want to show off here is this Kaneki right here. The Rude Kaneki, of which was like the default starter, everybody pretty much just probably has a copy of him somewhere. And he's cool. He floats a little bit. He's doing his best. He's having a good day. And that is it for the playable units I want to show off today on my box. Everything else just kind of like generic, like whatever units. This game, every one of these characters was slowly dropped as time went on, and every one of these characters had their own banners, had their own moments to shine. I've done a showcase and like a video on every one of them talking about their stats and skills. It's weird at this point to be in this state where we are now on this final day. We're now on this final time inside the game where every one of these characters basically just gonna be gone within the rest of this day. I'm probably gonna do a video on stream tonight of me selling every one of the characters and just kind of getting rid of them and being done entirely. We'll cross that when we get to it. For now though, one more thing I wanted to show off was like all the different characters that have a lot of effort put into them. So naturally, we also had things called dispatches when this game dropped. And ever since renewal, we've been having the chance to collect dispatches all throughout the entirety of going through this game. Some of them were very generic, like older assets they had available. So like, for example, all of these Tsukiyamas, for example, all of these are very generic things from Carnival. But then they had these other units that you can tell somebody had a field day designing you. We'll just show off all those characters right now, because I wanted to do so. Here we have Halloween, Toka, and Hinami. With pumpkins, a cat outfit, a witch. It looks incredible. And we also have the Halloween Corona and Shiro here, of which looks incredible as well. There's a succubus and an angel. I respect it, you know, they're doing their best. We have a Playboy Rize, of which is throwing out cards. There's a Queen of Diamonds. There's a 10 of Hearts. There's an 8 of Diamonds. She has little, like, she's cheating. She's literally, she's looking you in the eye and saying, hey, I'm cheating. But you gotta let her, because look at her. Would you try and call her out? I wouldn't. We have a birthday Hairu. You wouldn't even be able to tell that she has glaucoma from the fact that she has glasses, but here she is. I like how her actual little like gun drops on her outfit are like little diamonds and rubies and little squares, and this is cool. They did there's a lot of small parts of this. You can tell someone had a fun time just making these. It feels like there's almost someone on the team for this game that just loves in Tokyo Ghoul so much, they just wanted to make these units, which is quite cool. A lot of these are very generic. It's just kind of like, oh, it's a Hide, and it's a Hide that's on a bike. Wow. Oh, it's a Rejuzo, and they're posing with their Juzo's Jason. Neato. What other ones were cool designs? It seems like a lot of these are very generic. Oh yeah, we have these, which was a Valentine's Kaneki, of which he's trying to propose to you while having Satan behind him. I respect it, you know, if someone proposed to me and had like actual goats of Satan summoned, I'd probably say yes, to be fair. We have a Hairu for Valentine's as well. He's doing a little like rock on pose. I respect it. We have a New Year Shirazu. He's doing his own thing. He's a little like Don Maru of being an idiot, and I love him. He's a little hero. We have Psycho chasing after a little boar to eat. So Psycho has this little bit that she has inside the show and like the manga where she eats ham. That's it. The Invoke took it a step further and had her hunting the ham as a unit. And you know what? I hope that boar survives to tomorrow, because it's not looking too great. We have an Urye here, which is quite cool. I didn't get a chance to get the Heisei from that actual part, but he's super cool as well. He has like a little pink thing behind him. We have the Christmas Eto, of which you can tell someone on the team loves feet. There's a lot of effort put into this. This was the only ever Eto in this form as well. So they did a good job. I put some diamonds into that. We have a Manta Claus here, which is having a field day. He's having a good time. This actually looks so good. Like, this character legit looks so good. They did such a good job in some of these, man. And I think that's about it for characters that are kind of fancier. Everyone else just kind of other assets or different arts from different places. So they had a lot of different dispatches like that were a little bit fancier. I actually wonder, can I show off? Yeah, okay. So there actually is a dispatch banner here, which we can check out some of the units that were released. It looks like only the Hairu, the Eto, and the Kaneki are on here. You can see here. Can I check out your full art? We had a Halloween Heisei, which was super cool. He was like a pumpkin-based man. He's having a good day. I wonder, who are these ghosts behind him? Is that Yoshimura's ghost just kind of being like, I'm wishing you the best? I don't know. It's a weird time. We have the Halloween Akira, which was a fairy. She's like a fairy godmother. I wonder what that thing behind her head is, though. It's like a little bit of like a blue effect. It's cool, though. You can tell so much effort went into these, man. You can see here, we have an Arima, which is like Halloween-based. He's doing a little finger gun. He's ready to shoot you. Kerplow. He's about to start blasting. He's super cool as well. We had a Halloween Juzo. I actually think I had a copy of him. But he's super cool. He had, so not only was he a witch, he's a witch that rides on a scythe and is also going to some kind of tower. He's about to go and destroy Paris, so I'm believing in him. I think he's doing well. I like his weird boy shorts and long boots. I respect it. I respect it a lot. He probably sewed that himself. We have the Eto. Oh, we have a Mutsuki here as well. That seems to be a little bit... See, I don't know if it's just me. This Mutsuki looks kind of drunk to me. It's like the eye and expression, stuff like that. It's kind of weird. But I respect it, you know? You're doing your best. Hairu. Matsumai Valentine's is actually a thing. She was like, okay. She did her own thing. I like her belts a lot. It's kind of weird that it like folds underneath, but I respect it. And you only have one red rose. Everyone else is blue. Isn't there... There's a meanings behind every rose. I wonder if blue roses means like death. And she kind of just went away. Oh, yeah. And for Takizawa's birthday, we got a picked pineapple unit for him, of which he was just kind of posing with his pineapples and having a field day. You know what? It even has a lens flare on it. Well, I respect it. You do... Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. You do your best. That's roughly about it for right now as well. Here on Tokyo Ghoul Call to Exist. Or Tokyo Ghoul Re-Invoke. Sorry. I'm already like transitioning over to next phrasings. Every unit that's been released has their own story behind them, has their own reason why I love them, just because I've been here. I've been here since day one of the game, and I want to continue being here, or at least day one since renewal. I have to preface this, because the game went through several phases, which was kind of interesting, so the game was out for roughly about a year, and it had like its own OC characters, completely different mechanics, completely different game entirely, and played it was kind of similar to this, but very differently, and also had very over-the-top animations. They had a maintenance into a renewal, which re-released this game with an updated battle system, a new style with dispatches, and a new style of like gameplay as well. And it changed everything about it. It was super cool. But now here we are roughly about like, I would say like a year and a half after renewal has happened. And it's very melancholic for me personally. I think I'm very just genuinely sad about it because I love this. I love this game. They did a great job with it. It was very free to play friendly, very easy to grind up gems and stuff like that, which I guess would be why it also struggled. Like for me personally, I didn't really top up that much. I didn't really buy a lot of like different gems because it was very easy to grind up characters and get gems for every pull. So the game, I could see it not really having a lot of income and struggling in that way, which does make a lot of sense to me at least. But I still think with what they had, they did a great job with every single character inside the game. The game definitely missed out on a lot of content and struggled a lot with actually having those adapted. But I'm still happy we got it done. I'm still happy we got this game and what it released for us. It's the only like re-based game that really was around at the time when I was first playing it, so I'm glad. For now though, we will be doing one final stream tonight, of which I hope you guys will go ahead and join me for, to celebrate the end of Tokyo Ghoul Re-Invoke. We are currently, at this current time, it is 9:18 a.m., meaning that as of, I think it's roughly about, so 10 a.m., 2 hours plus 12, roughly about 14 hours and 40 minutes is when this game goes down officially for me. This video should go up around 2 p.m. or so. So in that case, it'll be roughly about 11 hours until the game goes down. It'll be when maintenance happens. So I hope that you guys will join me for the final stream of the game tonight, so we can go ahead and celebrate the rest of what it has available. And I think I'm going to be trying to figure out what to do next here on this game, because there's definitely a lot of stuff that I want to go ahead and move over to and check out. Or not on this game, but like on this channel. There's a lot of stuff I want to check out and kind of play in the future. But you can see here, it says the maintenance will be at 11 a.m. JST and go until 1500. It's not going to end after 1500. I'm going to be honest with you. It'll go down and never come back up at that time. And for me personally, I'm glad they did what they did with the game. And I'm glad they actually made this a genuinely fun experience that we all were able to enjoy, come together over, and also just genuinely make a community that was worth being in here. I think that it wasn't only this game that was important to me, but it's also the people that I've met along the way. And I'm hoping that going into this next phase of whatever this channel ends up being, whatever this ends up being beyond Re-Invoke, I'm hoping that everyone will stay here with me. I'm hoping that everyone will still fondly remember these Re-Invoke days, as fondly as I will, because that's kind of what really sticks out to me the most. Just how much I remember waking up every Tuesday morning after a maintenance and being like, there's a fucking Kuja Ito, there's a final Katakana Key, it's super hype, it's super cool, hell yeah. I remember those being the moments that it felt so nice to just come together with everybody and be so excited about it. And I'm glad I got to experience that with you guys while Invoke was still here. I'm wishing the best for Tokyo Ghoul. I'm wishing the best for the developers of Re-Invoke. Wishing the best for the developers of Rebirth as well, because they unfortunately got the short end of the stick here as well. And I hope that everyone is able to thrive beyond the end of this game as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take it easy, and we'll be seeing you guys tonight on the final stream of the game. Bye, everybody.